Take a seat, sit back, relax, and welcome to the Kladecast. Today with me, my guests are Beckman, Nigg, and Casey Vinegar. Casey Vinegar. You are Casey Vinegar.
Yeah. That's who I am.
No, it's Casey Vinegar. And
dude, everyone was literally laughing so hard when you said that, I bet. Like,
dude, that was
so funny.
That was a totally hilarious joke.
You're going to get so much feedback about how that was like the best part of the episode when you made that stupid joke at the beginning.
Bro, my comedy is pure gold. So we're just jumping into this again. We have nothing really planned. I'm chilling here in my Sasquatch pajamas.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Sasquatch is real?
Hell,
Do I think Sasquatch is real? The idea of Sasquatch is real, but I don't think that there are 6'2" gorilla hominids roaming the forests of California. No.
I thought they were bigger than 6'2" though.
Yeah, well, they don't exist, so their size is subjective.
Yeah, Bigfoot is definitely not real, but I like watching all the videos of all the people that think Bigfoot is real. And especially all the Bigfoot TV shows.
They're just out there with like excessive night vision, and they're looking around like, oh my
making noises and shit. Have you seen where they like clap the pieces of wood together, and then they get like a clap back, and they're like,
Jesus Christ, it's Bigfoot.
It's just one of like the production assistants like sitting in the woods smacking wood together. He's like, I hate this job. Like,
it's 100% a producer that is just like going off deep in the woods and is like moving some tree branches or some shit, and he's like he'll break and he'll be like, fuck, I gotta run, and just starts running away.
He's like, all right guys, we need some really compelling footage for this episode, so I'm gonna make a huge monkey call while you guys are walking through the forest, and then I want you to do that thing where you run and your cameras shake really hard.
What do your best monkey call? Not you. No, it's gonna be
This is already starting off so stupid.
What was that? I kind of believe in that, some of that supernatural stuff. Mm-hmm. Like maybe not Bigfoot necessarily, or like Yeti.
Well, aliens are real. 100% aliens
100%,
are real.
Yeah.
Do you think that they've come down to Earth though? I'm not sure. Or I feel like there's a lot of like technological mysteries throughout history where like a certain civilization that's gone now had something that like there was no way they would have gone on their own at that time. Like a good example is the Pyramid of Giza. Like I was just about to bring
they
that
would
up too.
like one of the biggest theories in support of like smarter aliens is the architecture of the Pyramid of Giza, because how would they have been able to move all that sandstone up? I mean, it could have just been like a huge like Baton death march.
No, seriously, the Egyptians...
Yeah. Oh, so aliens aren't real and it was just the Jews?
So the Jews were actually enslaved in Egypt, and they did, in part, build the pyramids, but I do think just, like, all, like, the math stuff, like, it's perfectly, like, on the equator line, like, the way it's lined up, like, there's a bunch of weird math stuff related to it. Like, there's no way that they would have known all of that and, like, made such a perfect pyramid, and, there's so many documentaries about them building...
There's ancient drawings of, like...
aliens.
Weird alienoid like figures all over the Middle East and the old part of the world.
Also, lots of cats, bro. What if cats are aliens?
The cat, dude. We've seen that Rick and Morty episode where that cat was just talking.
Yeah, cats are a little sus.
They're a little too smart. They'll look at you how like a person looks at you. It's like it's scary. Their eyes are a little too sentient.
Yeah, but they're a little sus too. Like if you got a boy cat, he's snuggling up with you. He knows he's snuggling up with another dude, you know.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I don't think they understand human genitalia.
You never know. Cats are a little sus, you know.
What was it? But yeah, I like aliens. I could believe that they've been on Earth. I like saw this thing on IGN about like the Israeli Space Force or space person in charge of all that. Said that there's an alien base on Mars, and that the U.S. and all the other countries are in communication with an alien federation like in Rick and Morty, but it's not like governing the universe like what the Federation is. It's like a knowledge federation, so like
nerds, like space nerds,
they're all working together to understand how the universe works.
Yeah, I saw that, but I also saw a video today, and it was like the first audio on Mars of what it sounds like, but the whole time, just like in the video, all you hear is just the whole time. And it's
so there's just like a constant electric frequency on Mars.
Yeah, and then you go to the comments, and then it's like wired. This is literally a Walmart mic. Like
It's on Mars. What do you expect?
I don't know
I don't know.
how much I really buy into the Mars Space Federation of Knowledge thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. But it came from like a reliable source, which is kind of crazy. It came from the space guy of Israel.
Yeah, some
So-
dude who got fired, probably.
Well, no, he retired. He just after 30 years.
I don't know. I just...
I mean, it seems super reliable, but also like it's kind of weird. And apparently, the Israeli guy, the guy from Israel, was in communications with Donald Trump, and they were going to release a bunch of information about it. And that's why in the latest COVID bill, they put all that information out about like, yeah, he said that within 180 days they have to release a bunch of information about all the unidentified objects, but
Well,
nothing big came out really.
Alien
Yeah.
life is like completely undisputed because like I think half a decade ago they discovered bacteria cells on the frozen moon Titan of Jupiter. Like that was the first time we actually discovered life. Yeah, you didn't know that?
I never heard about this.
You didn't hear about this, dude?
Life on... When did we ever go to
Not
Jupiter?
on Jupiter, on a moon of Jupiter, an ice
When did
moon.
we ever go to a moon of Jupiter?
We didn't. We just sent little robots and they
Yeah,
crept
we
out
got
in
little
there.
robots.
Little robots to Jupiter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there was
What?
there's
crazy.
ice all over the planet, so there's water on it. And then they found bacteria, like traces of bacteria living in the water. So alien life like does exist.
Well, I've never heard it. I feel like they've never said anything that they have proof of alien life.
Okay, well you haven't been paying close enough attention then.
Yeah,
I guess I haven't.
you gotta get.
Well,
on
yeah,
that.
there's bacteria, but there's no proof of intelligent life yet. And the idea of like a Mars Federation existing is just so... It's like so nonsensical that I kind of have a hard time buying into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
about
I don't
that.
know how much I believe about that. I mean, it came from a reliable source, but also, like, it sounds crazy, but also, like, we don't know.
Yeah.
The government hides stuff from us all the time. Ghosts,
Yeah.
though. I believe in ghosts. And
I was about to
Beckman,
bring that up.
Beckman
Yeah.
has a lot of experiences with ghosts. He
Yeah.
actually thinks that this room that we're in right now is haunted
Yeah, there's some.
by the mystery punching bag man.
Yeah, punching
The
bag man.
16-foot monster. The 16-foot monster.
Yeah. Well, we got some weird stories here. You know, we've had some people see some stuff. Jake's seen some stuff. Casey, I don't know. There was this one.
The ghosts don't try and fuck with me.
Okay,
because
okay. There was one time I see you. We went to the liquor store. I don't know what we were doing. We were walking back. I see you on the street, and I was like, "Why are you on the street?" Do you not remember this?
I do not remember this. I've been here way too many times
You were
to remember.
sitting on the street, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "I'm not going back in there alone." And this is the only time I've heard like anything from you about like ghost related stuff in my garage.
I feel like if I was really scared, then like I definitely would remember.
No, you were on the street. It was Jack, Henry, and I. We were walking back, and you were there, and we're like, "What's wrong?" And you're like, "Dude, there's like something just knocked behind me 3 times." And you're like, "I went out," and then you were just standing on the street by yourself, and you're like, "What is this homie doing?"
Pretty stupid. I don't know. I don't really buy into the ghost thing that much because if ghosts are real and they're a threat at all, like, why haven't they killed me when I
I don't
talk
think
shit
they're
to
the
them?
threat.
Yeah, I don't think they're a threat. I feel like if anything were to be a threat, it would be a demon.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like a lot of people, like you've seen those videos of people at churches and they just like fake being possessed.
Yeah,
And, like,
well, that's just to get.
And then they get
people
like
money
smacked
with
and
that.
their whole body's like,
yeah, and they just freak out. They're like,
I'm
I've been
freed.
saved.
Oh
my God.
Jeez, thanks, Mr. Priest.
Yeah, that-
liberation.
All that is definitely not true.
Yeah.
But like, I could believe some demon stories. Like the very first Exorcist, I think could be real.
By the way,
That girl could have just had like severe psychosis though.
Yeah.
no,
Like-
but my great uncle wrote The Exorcist, and he said there was actually like in his life it wasn't completely accurate, but he said it was like some of the events like added up to it, and like of course he turned it into like a story, but he had like a crazy experience, and that's why he wrote the book. And
Your
Your uncle
Yeah.
wrote The Exorcist.
No.
on my mom's side.
no, that guy's
Yeah.
That guy's super famous. He's your uncle.
Yep, great uncle.
The Warrens, the Warren family. That's
That's not
That's
the
what it
Warren. It was not written by the Warren family. That's the people that helped the Exorcist people.
The Warren family
Oh,
are some
yeah.
of the biggest con artists
Oh,
I've ever seen.
yeah.
You think they're con artists, dude? I've seen some videos of like the people. Have you seen like the Untold Truth on BuzzFeed? Like they
I
talk
watch
about
BuzzFeed
ghost
all the
stories.
time.
Well, they went and they visited the Annabelle doll like the actual Annabelle doll.
Oh, it's
and
so
they were
creepy, dude.
They were testing it, and it was responding. They put this one guy that didn't believe in ghosts. He put 2 flashlights next to Annabelle. It's like, if you're real, turn both flashlights off, and they turned off. He's like,
dude, that's a trick that you can
okay.
do. That is a trick that you can do super easily. I love that you brought that up because that's one of the most commonly faked ghost techniques. If you like unscrew the thing above the flashlight, then it can turn on and off on its own.
Well, no, he was asking. He's like, turn this one off, turn this one on, and it was doing it.
No, yeah.
Like on command.
Yeah, no, we watched that together. We both thought that was a little sus.
No, you can. No, that is not sufficient evidence because there's a way scientifically that I know of. You can make that happen.
My dad's got some crazy stories too. He's got this one story that's really weird, like really weird. He had to clear out this.
I think we've talked our paranormal stories on here before. Have we not?
No, we haven't. No, this is the first time. Yeah, and
I've talked about it once on a solo podcast, but that's it.
Yeah, no, my dad, he was telling me the story. He was cleaning out like this barn for this old dude who just died, and he couldn't be in there for like more than 30 minutes because he was just like cleaning stuff up. And he said like this random like box started like falling down the stairs like one by one each time, and he's like a lawnmower turned on by itself or something. It was weird, but he said he just dipped. My mom, when I was like, we would have meetings at our old house because there was always like weird shit happening all the time. Like it was like constant. I mean, it wasn't constant, but we would have like little ghost meetings at our house, and we'd have to go through the house every night with sage and light the sage and go throughout our whole house. And and my mom would just like there was one time we were just sitting there in a room, and we had this big old water jug sitting in the middle of the table, and it just literally just slides up, flies on the floor, and just explodes. I also walked in the kitchen one time, and all the cabinets opened on their own, and like I was freaking out. I was home alone, and I was like, "Mom," I like called my mom. I was like, "Mom, get home, like please." And apparently we talked to like this lady Maureen, which is like one of my mom's good friends, and she's like, she died when she was really young, and now she can like talk to like spirits. And I've seen my dad walk out of the room after talking to her like crying, like because she told my dad my grandma's last words before she died. And this lady literally says, she's like, oh yeah, she's like, that ghost from Tennessee followed you back to your house. And in Tennessee, when I was really young, I followed this lady in a black dress up the stairs, and I followed her into this pantry, and the pantry closed behind her because I thought it was my aunt, because I was asking her for like food or something, because I was fat, really fat at the time.
You were very fat.
I was very fat, and I opened the door. There's no one in there, and we come home. While I was there, I was freaking out. I saw something walk from one room to the other room, same lady, and the whole night it felt like someone was breathing on my face right above me. And 2 years later, I didn't go this time to Tennessee. My mom comes back. She tells me she follows the lady up the stairs. She had the same exact experience as me. We go back home, and when we get back home after my mom gets home, all the weird stuff just starts happening. That house just had some bad stuff going on it. And we also had black mold all over the wall, and Jackson was sleeping next to it. We were sick every fucking night. It was bad.
My grandpa's house is pretty creepy, dude. I think I've told you guys that story.
Yeah, grandparents' house is weird in general, you know.
They have like a huge colonial style house. I think that's the architectural style, and it's like 5 acres, so there's a lot of land and a lot of property. Mm-hmm. It's like a big 3-4 story house, and all of the layers are super separated, and all of the hallways are like really thin. And I remember one time I was staying there when I was like 9 years old for Christmas, and because there were so many people in the house, everyone was sleeping on the 4th floor, and I was sleeping on the 2nd floor by myself. So like I would have to go up 2 flights of staircases to get to anyone who could like stop me crying if something happened. And I was sleeping next to the basement, and the basement has this red lamp. And I wake up in the middle of the night to some weird sound, and then all the lights in the house are off, and I just see the red lamp in the basement on. Oh, Jesus. It's like glowing red, and that room is just creepy on its own. Like, there's a machete hanging in there. There's a lot of weird, questionable corners that I just stray away from. Mm-hmm. It's weird. What? There's like nails in the floor, like in certain areas, so it's not safe to walk around.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What was it? So I already told one of my old like possession stories, or like times that I think I got almost possessed on the podcast. And I still believe that I almost got possessed there. But I had this one dream that felt like so like real that like I think it was a possession thing also. And like I'm going to tell that story cuz I haven't told you guys this story yet, but like it was definitely when I fell asleep, but like I can't tell if I was getting possessed or something. It was probably just a crazy bad dream, but basically what happened was like I was on an island and like I made a deal with the devil, and I was mad at my mom that day. So I made a deal that like I would be able to have fun whenever I want, and this was somewhat recently. So, and like after having a fight with my mom, and like basically like I signed a contract saying I wouldn't like be able to go back in the real world, and like I was just having like so much fun in this dream for like such a long time. And I realized like going throughout the dream, like I would keep going like throughout these rooms, and everything was a big circle. Like like different rooms were different like parties and everything. And I realized that there was no way for me to get out. And then normally like I lucid dream a lot, so I'm able to just like wake myself up just like by telling myself to wake up, or just like finding a weird way to get out of my dream. But this time when I did that, it didn't work, and I freaked out. And then like the devil, like I had to talk to the devil to like try to get out, and he was like, "You're never getting out." And then he said, you get to have one last phone call with your mom." But the phone call that I had in my dream, what I thought was happening, or like what it sounded like, was that I was talking out of my own body, and like my mom was right there, and I was like telling my mom like I loved her, and like I'm getting possessed, or like I'm never gonna see her again, like I'm going to hell. I was like, I'm going to hell, I'm never going to see you again. Like, I loved you so much. And, like, that was the conversation I was having. And then, like, the phone ended. And then I thought I was trapped in that dream forever. And then, like, I made a deal with the devil to get out. Like I challenged him to, like, a game or something. And I don't remember what I did. But I challenged him to something.
You gave him
and I got out. No, but I challenged him to a game, and then I got out. Damn. But then, like, I woke up, and, like I was seeing stuff around me. Like I woke up and it was like sleep paralysis, like when you see a demon in the room. Sounds but I saw like stuff around me.
Crazy ass night terrors.
I think it was just crazy night terrors. I have those way too many times. It's so bad.
Dude, sleep paralysis is terrible.
What? Oh my God. What are like the medical conditions for that to happen to you? I think you have to be like sleep deprived and stressed, and then you sleep and your brain just goes haywire.
Probably. I mean, I've had it I've had it so many times. Like when I have been stressed, like this one time. Like, I had a dream that I, like, woke up to an earthquake, or, like, my whole room was shaking. And then I looked outside my room, and there was, like, a nuke going off, like a bomb. And I was just waiting for it to come after me. And then, like, I woke up, and everything was still shaking, and I wasn't sure if I lived or died or not. And then I had another one where, like, I woke up in the dream. Or, like, no, I woke up, and I was in sleep paralysis. So I was, like, stuck there. But, like, I was still, like, dreaming. And then, like, there was a super big white glow outside my like, window, like, my sliding door to the backyard. And it was, like, I'm Jesus Christ. He's like, the world has come to nothing. It's time to reset everything. Everyone's going to go away. Your soul is going to be erased from existence. There's going to be nothing after. And then these trumpets started going off, like, in the book of Revelations, like, these trumpets started going off. And it was, like, and everything's going to restart in 5, 4... And I was like trying to scream, like to get to my mom.
Was this like a sleep paralysis moment?
Yeah, and I was like awake, and it was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I like just woke up and I like started freaking out because I thought the whole world got reset.
What if it did?
Maybe it did.
What if you're still stuck in that dream with the devil? It could be very true. You never know. We couldn't be real.
I used to get like night terrors that my ceiling fan was like a witch. I'd wake up and my ceiling fan, it has like these 3 lights on it, and the lights kind of glow in the dark at night, and they make the shape of like eyes and a mouth. So I would wake up and I would see like the shape moving, because I would just be tweaking out after I wake up, like, yeah. And then I would just run out of my room and be like, Mom, I'd be scared. And she's like, why? I'm like, the ceiling fan.
The ruthless ceiling fan. Yeah, I don't know. I want you guys to see what's going on here. It's like you gotta be listening. because you can hear, like, it happens at random times. Like, lately, I don't know what it is, but sometimes I hear, like, this dragging noise on the floor. I haven't been hearing footsteps. Jackson's been hearing some weird stuff in his room, and I was in there hearing it too. And it's just like tapping on the wall all around the room. And
Might have rats, bro.
No, but like, you know, when you crinkle your bottle, like squeeze it a little bit, it makes that annoying noise.
Yeah.
He said he was hearing that all night, but just like in and out, just like.
Dude, the rats found the water bottles, bro.
Yeah, they're going off, bro. They're going off. But there's just, and with Connor, my cousin, he's in the army. He's
a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like 25, 26 now, and we were both sitting in here, and I was sleeping over here, like right over here. Connor's over there in the corner, and the punching bag just starts moving, and like I was like, Connor, did you touch that? He's like, I was about to ask you the same thing, and like we didn't. Like it was still right when we went to sleep, and I know you're gonna be like, oh, one of you probably touched it. No, we literally were far away from the punching bag, and it was moving because we were punching it before we went to sleep, so we stopped it. And we both get up, just dip, and Connor's like, I've never seen Connor so scared. Like, Connor's just like this 230-pound monster, and it's just like, what is gonna scare this fool?
Okay, the punching bag thing, this is something that I've talked about at length with Beckman and Blake.
Yeah.
The punching bag thing, there are like a million reasons why it would be moving on its own.
It could have been an earthquake, you know.
The thing it's hanging in could be unstable, and that could cause the weight to move around. There could be some way a draft gets in here because there's a hole in that door over there. So if the wind blows hard enough, it could get in here and move the bag.
It was moving like.
I've seen it move a lot, like on its own before.
Like
also,
this. It was going back and forth, like.
Also,
like
whenever Jake
loud.
or I are here, like, we're socking it.
But this was just Connor and I. This was literally just Connor and I, just about to go to sleep, and it was moving like almost close to the roof, like that, and it was loud, and we were just like, "What is going on?"
What a pathetic fucking ghost, though. If all it can do is move a punching bag.
And Beckman doesn't like that. He doesn't like you challenging the ghost.
The ghost, you know,
I'm not sleeping here tonight. Hey, ghost, fuck you. My friend Beckman is tougher than you. You can't do anything to him.
No, I'm not, man. You know, it's all good. But apparently,
blowing Beckman's ear when he sleeps, he loves it.
Oh no,
I have heard whispers in my ear before. It's scary. It's weird. I've heard. Yeah, literally exactly like that.
I've had stuff like that happen to me before at my house too.
And okay, so this has been happening like a ton recently. I mean, it's just really weird. So Jack has these thumbtacks on his desk, and they're just like in this little pile, and we keep on finding them. Like we clean the floor. We make everything really nice because we want to keep it clean because we've been staying here by ourselves for like a week now, and these thumbtacks keep on appearing in the weirdest places. And Jackson says he just feels this weird thing hit his toe, and he looks down. There were 2 thumbtacks next to his toes. It's always 2, and there were in the hallway. I keep on picking them up, putting them back. Every time. This has happened like 4 times. It happened in the hallway. It happened on the rug. It's happened on the rug twice. And these thumbtacks keep on coming back, and we're not moving them. We're leaving them there because we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Lock the thumbtacks in a box and see what happens.
But they keep on appearing. Like they just move out of nowhere, and it's always in 2. There's always 2 of them, and we'll be walking, and I just step on this like circle thing, or I get something stuck in my foot, and I'm just like, what is that? And then I lift my foot up, and there's just a thumbtack stuck in the bottom of my toe.
Oh, dude, that's rough.
No, dude, it's weird.
Okay, so we had like a little temporary difficulties because the GoPro died, but we're right back, and we actually have Beckman's brother Jackson, and he's gonna tell us.
Special guest.
He's gonna tell us his
side of the thumbtack story,
or just all the ghost stuff that have been going on.
Details. So, recently, like Beckman and I, like, get closer. There you go. I have these thumbtacks I have in my room, and I keep them to like put up like drawings and stuff in my room, and I counted there's like 15 of them, and randomly, just out of nowhere, like 2 of them will just be like randomly like sticking upwards out of the carpet, and it's always by 2. Like there's like 4 different occasions when like I was about to do like yoga in my room, or not my room, in the living room, and I was just like about to go down, and I felt something, and I saw the thumbtack there, and I was like, what the hell? And it was like pointing straight up, and then I like looked, and there's another one in the rug just sticking straight up as well, and I was like, what the? So I like grab him, and I'm like, put him like right back in my drawer. And then the other time, Beckman and I were like in the living room when my dad wasn't home, and we were just talking, and randomly there were just 2 thumbtacks like in the room.
No, one was stuck in my foot. I pulled it out of my foot.
Yeah, but like the thing that's weird is I don't touch these. Like I never like have touched them before. Like it's just random as hell, and it doesn't make sense that they should keep 2 every time. There's 2 of them.
So you're thinking it's like a poltergeist situation?
No,
Yeah.
we just weird.
It just doesn't make sense.
Like, and
like,
we put them back every time.
yeah, like I literally put them in my drawer too.
Have you had any other weird experiences while at this house? Any ghost stories?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a bunch of random shit. Like that punching bag will just randomly start swinging in the middle of the night.
We already talked about the
Yeah.
punching bag.
Yeah, that's weird.
What about
or the electricity? Like how like randomly like the electricity will go in and out.
Yeah.
But we found out that the person who died here was a boxer and he's an electrician.
Yeah, I forgot to bring that up.
Yeah.
That brings up something
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, because
and
like
he was
did that
also-
swing and then like lights start tweaking out.
He was also 6'9". So
6'9".
yeah,
Jesus, he wouldn't even fit in here.
So
No.
I have the story, and that's why I said Jake and I saw something. So Jake and I were sleeping here one night, and I wake up, see someone standing in the corner of the room, and it was just like a full, because like the light comes in at night because we had this light outside, so it kind of like it comes in, and I just look up and I see a full figure of just like a human, and his head was basically to the roof, and I was like, Jackson, because this dude's tall as shit. He's like, you're 6'6", 6'7", something like that, and I was like, Jack, and I kept on saying Jack. I didn't get a response, and I just start punching Jake in the arm. He's like, wait, just like waking up, and I was like, and I pointed. He's like, what is that? And he's like, go turn on the light. So I run up, turn on the light, and there was nothing there. Turn it off. The full figure was gone. It was just completely gone, and it was weird. Tell him about the clothing hanger thing you told me about. Remember when you had to stop it?
Oh yeah. Randomly in the middle of the night, like I woke up and I saw that like everything in my like room was like fine, but there was just one hanger that was just going back and forth like directly, and I was just like, yeah, I'm out. I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
No, and didn't you have to stop it?
Yeah. I was.
That is so creepy, actually.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Well, I also hear like weird shit in my room all the time, like before I go to bed, like
this tapping.
like tapping noises. It sounds like someone's like tapping on the wall, and then I hear it like tapping on my like, you know, how that jug, the gallon jug.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
hear
was
it
talking
like
about.
it sounds like it's like someone's poking it, and you know how it makes like the like popping noise, like when you touch like plastic. It was making that noise when I was like about to go to sleep. I'm like, bro,
I think
I don't like this.
when you came back from college and came here, like
Ghost came
less stuff started happening in here and more stuff started happening to you inside. Like, what about that one time I was sleeping over at Blake's house, and I wake up at like 7 a.m, like 10 missed calls from Jack, and he's like, are you home? Just text, are you home, bro?
Oh, that was no. I woke up at like 4 a.m, and I just hear a slam, like a huge slam, and I thought someone like came in and slammed the back door, and I was like, I thought it was Beckman at first.
And you can hear it. It's loud.
I was freaking out. I didn't go to sleep that night. I literally like call Beckman. I'm just sitting in my room like, and it's just ringing, no answer, and I go to find my iPhone and see that he's like all the way across Redondo, like nowhere near me. I'm just like,
Yeah, and
like
and
I
if
was
you're
like, bro, I'm good.
And if you're
Like,
sleeping in a living room, it's like you don't want to sleep in the living room. Like, you just hear weird shit out there. Like, I've slept in there before, like, and it's just, you get this weird vibe, and then you hear like creaking and like shit
yeah,
like
I hear
that.
footsteps all the time.
Yeah, you hear footsteps all the time. Like, and everyone will be asleep, and you'll
I
hear
hear noises in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like randomly, like hear just weird shit. I'm literally like take my headphones off and like no one's home, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
no, it's weird. Like, I hear walking in the hallway. I've heard like literally it sounds like someone's running in to the garage, and we have wooden floor, so you can hear like every single crack, and you won't hear anything unless someone's walking in there. So it's just like
It's sus for sure.
I mean, a couple days ago there was a cat in here.
I'm not.
A cat literally just like. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, he just went. In the
Yeah,
living room
no. It wasn't that. That same cat came in here. I just saw him peeking his head. I was like, "What's up, bro?" And
He
then
smells the ghosts.
He does smell the
He
ghost.
senses something.
Yeah, but there's weird stuff that
there's
happens
weird
here.
stuff. I'm not like scared of it.
Yeah.
It's just like, why?
It's like, what is going on?
You know?
Attention, all Kladecast viewers, this is a good opportunity. Beckman and Jackson Nigg would like to reach out for paranormal services.
Help.
We need an investigator on these premises ASAP. Could not
We should
be.
get that girl.
Yeah, I was also on FaceTime with this.
Spiritual.
Yeah,
guru.
this. So one of my homies hooks me up with this person, and she's like some spiritual person, and it was weird because she was like, "Oh, just put me on the phone with Jackson. I'll just go and I'll just go to bed with him." And I was like,
Yeah, like what was gonna
I was
happen?
like,
I was gonna
I was
pull
like-
up on FaceTime and there's like go crash. I'm like, yeah, like, there's fucking ghosts. It's so scary. I need someone to talk to.
Baby, can you keep me
Keep
safe?
me safe.
And
She's like, she's saying like I was cursed or some shit.
Yeah, she said Jackson was possessed.
I'm
and
gonna
I
have
was
to
like,
talk to her, bro.
I was like, what? But she was saying some stuff that was really weird. Like Casey doesn't think it's weird because she said there's a tall person living in your house, but like that was after I said Jackson was tall, and she said there's a tall man living in your house, and she also said there's a spirit with me at all times, and it's a child, and like one of my like really old homies, we were going on a little hike, and he's like, yo, he's like, do you not see that kid walking next to you? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, are you crazy? And he's like, do you not see the little guy, the little spirit next to you? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm like,
That's the coincidence.
yeah,
for sure.
and I was like,
I'll give you
whoa.
that.
I was like, and then she said there was a child next to me while I was sitting there, and apparently I was like I was kind of freaking out. Then I was like, okay, this is weird, and she's like, there's 3 portals going into your house right now, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
On the
She
line,
said
bro.
there's
She get on
2
the
portals
line.
inside and 1 in the garage, and she said
That's super
there's
rare.
3 different spirits in your house.
She needs to go to a methadone clinic.
But she's also like she's in one of like the highest like 5-star like
mediums.
yeah, like mediums. Like
Really?
she
You didn't say that,
she's
bro. Get on the line. What are we doing?
yeah, she knows a lot, and I was like, wow, like this is crazy. But then I brought up the idea to Jack. I was like, you're possessed, bro, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, I was like pushing it to me when she was saying like, yeah, like he's cursed, but like I can talk about.
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So
I was
Oh wait,
I was
so,
just
no. So unfortunately, we have to. I want to hear that story, but we have to wrap it up. Normally, it's 30 minutes. We're at 40 minutes right now.
Okay.
So thank you all for listening. The Kladecast. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a good rating. Jackson, you want to shout out your art, your TikTok, or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you can follow me on Instagram at JacksonPhillip_art and on TikTok at Jackson Sketches.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want anything to shout out before we get off?
Shout out Jesus. Shout out Wheezy. Shout out Kodak. Bobby Shmurda free today.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let go, Bobby. Yeah,
Bobby,
go
bitch.
follow my
Right?
SoundCloud. I'm posting new songs. Just look up Beckman Nigg, and it'll be right there.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching again. Have a good day.